What's up, Chudster Bay Pod fam? How's everyone doing? All right. Just real quick, just before we get started with the episode. Well, I mean, like, we already started. This is just the first thing I want to say. I got a new video out on my main channel. J Lions just came out. I don't know, maybe 3-4 days ago at this point. So new video. Check it out. I always have my main channel linked in the description. But I'll also link the video itself in the description. And then also maybe I'll throw something up in whatever corner, like the little card thing pops up, probably like right now. That's just magical that I can do that. But yeah, check it out. Click the card, click the link in the description. Just go to the main channel, subscribe, like, watch the video, watch all my videos. And so yeah, thank you. And now back to the episode. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Lion on Main. This is where we talk about serious shit. You know, this is where we talk about like what's going on in my life, though. You know. So yeah, welcome back. And man, weather. Shall we start with that? Honestly, you know, not even a joke. I do want to start with the weather because I just got notified this morning that apparently a cold front's coming into Florida, and so I'm hyped. Saw this on social media. People talking about, oh my god, cold front is coming in over the weekend. Florida, like we better get some cold weather, and I was excited. I'm like, yes, let's fucking go fall. What's going on with my watch here? Thank you. Cold weather coming in. You know, I'm hyped. I love the fall. That's like my favorite time of the year. And so, you know, I go to my weather app on my phone, you know, check the weather. You know what's coming up this weekend? For my location? Yeah, everything's in the 80s this weekend. Just the 80s. You know, the lowest temperature is going to be on Sunday at 70. So what's going on? What's going on here? Okay, you got me all hyped up. And this was a Florida account, you know? Like, this is I don't know. You got me all excited this morning, thinking cold front's coming in, about to, you know, bust out some winter fits. Well, I mean, like, sort of, because it's only going to be, like, in the 60s, but at least I can start wearing sweatshirts. And then I find out that, no, it's going to be the 80s. It's going to be the same as fucking always. So that kind of put a little damper on my mood this morning, you know? I was happy for a second, and then it just absolutely crushed when I actually checked the weather app. And I don't know, maybe this account was saying like, yeah, pretty much just the panhandle is going to be getting this cold front, you know? Yeah, if you're in Pensacola, you're going to be experiencing a nice 60-degree weather. But, you know, if you're in Miami, it's going to be 90. So it's like, then why even say this for like the entire state of Florida? Basically being like, hey guys, cold front's coming out. Aren't you guys excited? The fall's pulling up. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. So yeah. And then to make matters worse, okay, it's coming into the studio today, and like it was nice and sunny this morning, you know, just an average normal day, and then as I'm pulling up to the studio, it just starts pouring rain. It's pouring rain right now. Okay, I just walked in. It is a monsoon going on outside. Just absolutely torrential downpour. You know? And so I pull up. I came here today. Pause. I arrived here today, and I had to walk through this pouring fucking rain. And so now I'm soaked. That's a pause, right? I'm soaked. That could be considered a pause. I was gonna say I'm dripping, but that doesn't sound any better at all. But it just, I got wet. I'm there's no non-pause way of saying this. The rain came down, and now I am drenched in water. That's non-pause, right? So yeah, I'm drenched. You know, my socks are soaked. My shoes are soaked. I took my shoes off. Okay, I'm not showing you, but you know, the dogs are out because I'm just soaked. I'm soaked. I hope Taylor doesn't mind. You know, I don't know. Maybe she has a thing for feet. Yeah, so I took my shoes off. I do have my socks on, so my dogs aren't completely out. But I'm soaked. Luckily, I brought a sweatshirt because my shirt is soaked. The only thing that's not soaked is literally my hair, which is probably the best part. Not to get wet. So yeah. So I put the sweatshirt on just so I don't because like I said, I'm soaked. That's just gonna look really weird doing a podcast while I'm just it's like I just jumped in the fucking pool and came out and said, "Oh yeah, dude, podcast." So I got this sweatshirt on. It's actually kind of nice. I take that back. I was wearing a sweatshirt this past weekend, but I haven't worn a sweatshirt in a long time. So it's kind of nice just to get back in the sweatshirt groove. That was one of the reasons why I was excited about this cold front coming in. I get to wear sweatshirts again, but I guess not yet. Not yet. Don't get to not able to bust out the sweatshirts just yet. But yeah, I was wearing sweatshirts this past weekend because sports games were going on, and I could have worn shirts, but I didn't want. I wanted to wear a sweatshirt, so just bust out some sweatshirts for my sports teams. All did very well. Okay, Florida State demolished the other team. I don't even remember who they were playing, but it was like 77-3 or something. Just absolutely, they pounded them. They banged the shit out of them. No, that's not what people say for sports. I'm just, once again, sports, just trying to find some pause-worthy phrases for sports. UCF came right in. There you go. They came right in. They came right in their own house. UCF pulled up to their stadium and then kicked the crap out of their team. That was it was 68 to, was it 6 or 7? It's probably 7 actually. It was 68-7. And it could have been 69, but UCF, our kicker screwed the pooch. That's a weird phrase, the screwing the pooch. Why are you screwing the pooch? I don't even know what that means, but I know that's like a phrase for you mess up. So, anyways, the kicker screwed up on one of the extra points. We got a touchdown. Dude, you're like, what, 10 yards away from the fucking field goal thing? And you got this huge real estate. You got I don't know, 20 square feet, probably even more than that. You got 20 square feet of just open area to kick the football through from just 10 yards away. And bro kicked it right into the pole. So we missed that 1 point, and we ended the game with only 68. We could have had 69, dude. We could have had it. Honestly, either make that one shot to get 69 or just miss another one so we could at least end with 67. Do it for the meme, dog. But no, bro fucked up. And it was only a matter of time. I was watching him because it was halfway through the game that he missed this kick. I was watching him. Every time he kicked, the ball just kept going to the left. And I'm like, dude, at some point, it's just going to miss completely. Because, bro was just favoring the left side of that thing. And he hit the pole. Screwed it up. We still won. I guess I can't complain too much. But, dog, it could have been 69. And you fucked it up. You screwed the pooch. So, yeah, it was a good weekend. Notre Dame didn't play. They had a bye week, but they play this coming weekend. I believe they're playing Texas A&M, something like that. So I will not be in town for that. I will be on vacation. I'm going to Epic Universe, the new theme park that just opened over here, Universal's new theme park. Going to Epic Universe. I know, if you know me, it's kind of surprising that this is the first time I'm going to Epic Universe since it opened. It opened back in May, mid-May. And I go to theme parks all the time, especially Universal. And just haven't been able to get to Epic Universe yet. But now I am. Now I'm going this weekend, going to Epic Universe, checking everything out. I have intentionally tried not to look too much into Epic, especially the rides. So, I don't even know what to even talk about when it comes to Epic because I've never been and I don't really know anything. I've just seen some videos of people walking around, checking out just, the scenery of everything. Everything just looks awesome. It really reminds me of like Tokyo Disney Sea, that park. I don't know if you know. I'm a theme park person, so I know all these things. But Tokyo Disney Sea, I mean, that's like the number one theme park that I want to go to, just of all time. I got to go there. It just looks awesome. The detail, the theming, just the designs, everything just looks awesome. And so I'm hyped because Epic Universe kind of reminds me of that from the videos I've seen of Disney Sea. Epic Universe just looks, it looks almost as if like Universal hired the team that designed Disney Sea, and they're like, yeah, make our park, which I feel like is the best thing to do. I don't know why Disney hasn't hired them back to do anything else. But I guess now Universal got them because, man, Epic just looks epic. So yeah, gonna go check out that place. I'm like most excited for like the monsters. Well, I guess the area is called Dark Universe. I keep wanting to, the ride is called Monsters Unchained, but I keep wanting to call it Monsters Unleashed. And I do call it that every once in a while. But that's that Scooby-Doo movie, like the live action one. That's Monsters Unleashed, and that's probably where it's coming from. It's just I'm just always that's just what I know, Monsters Unleashed. And they probably should have called it that, Monsters Unleashed. They should make Spooky Island from the first Scooby-Doo movie. That's what they should do, Universal. One of your expansion pads, Universal, you hearing this? Make Spooky Island. I guess that'd be a little hard to do at Epic Universe since like Dark Universe would be basically the same thing as Spooky Island. But trust me, just do it. Figure out a way to do it. I think actually I think Warner Brothers, because I think they own like the Scooby-Doo shit. I think they have like the ride from that movie, like I don't even know what it is, but like there was like that haunted house ride thing that if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Like the first live action Scooby-Doo movie, with Freddie Prinze Jr., Matthew Lillard, the other people, made by James Gunn, which is just insane to me. But that first movie, there's like a dark ride that they are searching through. And I think Warner Brothers in like their park over in the UK, I think they have that ride that you can go on. I just found that out about like a month ago. And I'm like, okay, I know where I'm going. Definitely, I have to go on that ride. I don't care about any other ride at this Warner Brothers park. I just want to go on that Scooby-Doo ride. That's crazy. That's crazy that they did that. But yeah, Universal. Because I mean, you got Scooby-Doo in your parks. You got like character meet and greets. I don't know. Maybe you're doing like some sort of a collab with Warner Bros. Because like I said, I think it's owned by Warner Brothers. So yeah, make Spooky Island. Just somehow figure out a way. Make Spooky Island. That'd be lit. So yeah. Anyways, going to the screen that had my logo just changed to fucking, I don't know, like the Whispering Hills or something. What the fuck is this? You probably can't see this. I mean, I could switch the camera too, but whatever. I guess it doesn't necessarily matter because you can't even really see it normally anyways. But yeah, I don't even know where that is. Is that even in America? I don't know. It's actually kind of beautiful. Not gonna lie. I got a thing for landscapes, Anyways, yeah. Just went off on a tangent real quick. What was I talking about? Theme parks. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, Epic Universe. Excited for that. I guess I can actually talk about this now. Since the fucking park's open. But I worked on Epic Universe. Not even joking. I actually literally worked on Epic Universe. I was one of I brought it to life. So you're welcome. So y'all can enjoy it. I did like the smallest fucking piece though, but I could say that I worked on it. I used to work at this like engineering company, and this was years ago. But I used to work at this engineering company, and they would do like this thing where like you get like a construction site, and for literally anything, like I worked on stores, apartments, neighborhoods, all this stuff. And what you do is that there's like existing land elevations, right? There's fucking dirt, right? And what we do is we go in, we see what the elevations are on just the plot of land before work starts, and then you see what like the proposed elevations are, right? Because it's like, if you need the land flat and there's like a fucking hill there, you need to know like how much of that dirt you need to like remove and shit. And maybe there's a ditch and you need to flatten out, so you need to know how much dirt you need to bring in and all that. And I mean, it's a lot more complicated than that, but it's like that's essentially what we were doing. Like we were taking the existing land elevations and then the proposed land elevations, and then we would calculate how much dirt would need to be brought in and taken out and where to put and blah, 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 and all this stuff for like expense reports and just construction and this, that, and the other. And we were the ones that did it for Epic Universe. So like I said, this was years ago before construction even started. And so I went in and I did a little section of like the main area, what is it called? Celestial Park. I think I know where it is based off what I remember working on. And like I was looking at some satellite images of the whole thing. And I think I know where it is. It's like there's like a show area where they have like the water show with like fountains and all that stuff, like right in Celestial Park, right in front of the Helios Hotel. And there's like a Starbucks just off to the just off to the side of it. And there's like a little building behind the Starbucks there. And I think it's a bathroom. I don't know for sure, but there's a little building there. And that building and that like bottom curve section of like that water show area, I worked on. I did the elevations for that. So y'all, you're welcome. If it is a bathroom, you're welcome. Because if not for me, you would have had to hold it. So yeah, so I maybe it was the Starbucks. I don't even know, but there was a building there. I remember that, and so and I remember the tiered elevations for like the seats or whatever. So yeah, I did that. So I get to say that I worked on Epic Universe, and like I said, this was fucking years ago. This was like 2021. Was it 2020 or 21? Something like that. It was like before they even announced it, and I had to keep it hush hush. Wasn't allowed to say anything. Honestly, I don't even know. Am I even allowed to say this now? That I even, I think I am. Because I mean, like the park is open, but yeah, I worked on it, and so yeah, so that's pretty cool. You're welcome. And now it's like a little conversation starter. Like I can go to Epic Universe now, and then go check out the building that I built. And if there's whoever's coming out of that bathroom, I'll just be like, "You're welcome. I did this for I worked on this, So yeah. I'm gonna be taking pictures of that little building. It's a little something to be proud of. It's probably really not even that impressive, but like I said, it's a little conversation starter. Just to let people know that I worked on Epic Universe. And they're gonna think I'm joking, but I'm totally serious. I worked on it. But yeah. So that was pretty fun working on that. And like it's hard keeping that secret though, because you find out that Universal is making another park and you can't say shit. So I don't know. But I survived. I didn't tell anyone. I'm telling you guys now. But yeah, this company that I worked for, they also did Hagrid's. I was not there for that, but they did Hagrid's. And then even years before that, they did the Animal Kingdom at Disney. They did the whole fucking park for Animal Kingdom. So they did the whole Animal Kingdom, they did the whole Epic Universe, and they did Hagrid's. I mean, who knows what else they did? They probably even fucking did the Fast and Furious ride at Universal. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for that either. Man, that would be really cool. Although I guess maybe Epic Universe would be a cooler thing to work on. But I mean, imagine saying that you worked on the Fast and Furious ride. Actually, people would probably be pissed at that because a lot of people, for whatever reason, don't like that ride. I fucking love that ride. The Fast and Furious ride at Universal. The one in Florida, not the one that they're building out in California. I don't care what anyone says. I love that ride. It's just so chaotic. It's awesome. Now, yes, would I rather have Disaster, the ride that used to be there? Absolutely. But I mean, Fast and Furious isn't bad. It's always surprising to me when people hate on Fast and Furious and they say it's like the worst ride ever. And it's like, did you guys just forget the Jimmy Fallon ride? You know? I usually forget about the Jimmy Fallon ride, except when I think about what is the worst fucking ride ever. You know? Who even rides the Jimmy Fallon ride anymore? You know what I mean? How do they justify keeping that thing around? Let's just go back to Twister, the Twister show. That was awesome. But no, we're stuck with fucking Jimmy Fallon. Nothing against him, I guess, but like his ride sucks. You know, it's just not that good. But yeah, so anyways, I don't even know how even long have I been here? Probably like 30 minutes. Jeez, has it been that long? Wow. That I'm having fun today, I guess. I didn't even write anything down. I know I said I was going to, but I didn't even write anything down. This is just all off the cuff. You know, and my dogs are already feeling a little dry, a little drier. Although I don't know about my shoes, they'll probably still be soaked, and it's probably still fucking raining outside. So, I don't know. Maybe staying here would be for the best. Just hanging out with Taylor. Maybe we'll sit down and we'll watch a movie or something like that. You know. But yeah. So yeah, just sitting here, waiting out the rain a little bit. I can't believe that. It was, like I said, it was sunny when I left to come here. It was sunny when I left, and it was like halfway through my trip over, it just started pouring rain. And you know, I was close to canceling being in the studio for this. And I was just going to record at home cuz I didn't want to be walking through the rain. But Taylor has this thing where it's like I can't cancel less than an hour before my scheduled time, and I don't know. She's got all these rules and regulations of what I can and can't do for this podcast studio and all this stuff. And it's like, I built this, okay? I should be making the rules and regulations, or at least I should be getting special treatment. But no, she has all these rules and regulations. I don't know. Maybe she just really wanted to see me. Don't tell Travis, but she was excited to see me, I guess. You know, it was like, no, you're still coming. Pause. You're still going to be arriving here at the studio. Oh my God. But yeah, kind of flip-flopping around. But yeah, I just went to Universal yesterday, and beautiful day. Honestly, it was supposed to rain while I was out, and so like before I left to go to Universal, I was like, to bring or not to bring, you know, like an umbrella or like a poncho or something like that. I mean, like I didn't want to wear a backpack. That was the thing, you know. I didn't want to carry anything like that. Because I was wearing my party pants shirt, you know, and the fucking T-Rex with a martini on a jet ski was on my back. I didn't want to block that with a backpack, you know. And so I'm like, you know, should I bring an umbrella or a poncho, which would require me to bring some sort of bag, or should I just risk it and just hope that it doesn't actually rain, you know? And in the end, I decided not to bring anything, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put my faith, you know, in the Lord, you know, just like don't let it rain, you know. And it didn't. So that was good. I mean, it started raining a little bit as I was leaving. But I mean, like that, I was leaving the garage and it started raining. So I'm like, that's perfect, you know. Just wait until I'm leaving. So I mean, I guess prayers answered, you know. Able to go the whole day without any rain. And I mean, the sun wasn't out. I mean, it was pretty much overcast all day. And you know, here I am talking about the fucking weather. I'm so sorry. But I just want to say it was overcast, so the sun wasn't beating down on us. But so like I wasn't hot. I mean, I am hot, but temperature wise, I was not warm. But it was humid as fuck. I was get ready for the pause. I was moist. I was moist from the humidity. Like I wasn't sweating, but like I was wet to the touch. That doesn't sound right either. There's literally no way to say that you are like not dry without it being a fucking pause, you know? There's no way. Actually, no, I just did. You could say I'm not dry. I was not dry yesterday, but I wasn't sweating, but I wasn't dry. But overall, it was a great day. The sun came out a few times, but it was mostly overcast. But I mean, that's not that bad, you know? So yeah, got coffee, got some butterbeer, you know, and butterbeer's getting stupid expensive. I remember when that shit used to be $7. Now it's like 11. 7-Eleven. And so, but you know, I only get it every once in a while, so I guess I could treat myself every now and then. Just a little treat. So yeah, got myself some butterbeer. It was good. Got sandwiches. Oh my God. Got a brisket sandwich, okay? I mean, still, I have to say, if I were to do a tier list of sandwiches, I love like barbecue sandwiches like pulled pork, brisket, shit like that. But still, man, that number 12 from Jersey Mike's, I feel like that's S tier. And it's going to be by itself. There's nothing that comes close to a number 12 from Jersey Mike's with jalapenos. Don't forget to add the jalapenos. It's like a secret ingredient or something. Not so secret. But yeah, if I were to do a tier list, that would be number 1. But you know, I mean, I just had Jersey Mike's, so I mean, it was nice to switch it up and get a brisket sandwich. And my sandwich came with a French onion soup. You would think that I was living life, right? But you know what? They forgot the bread and cheese. I mean, arguably the most important. Yeah, I mean, the most important part. Sure, maybe the onions are pretty important, the namesake, but the bread and the cheese, man, that you put on top, they didn't have that. The soup itself wasn't that bad. But I mean, like, come on, man. What about the bread and the cheese? So I guess maybe that was the only downside of the whole day. But yeah, went on a bunch of rides. I went on the Mummy again. I haven't been on the Mummy in so fucking long. And it was just a great damn day, you know? Just a good damn day. Didn't rain. Got to wear my party pants shirt. And yeah, wasn't that busy. So yeah, I'm a big theme park person. I've been going to Disney a lot recently because I just got an annual pass for the first time in, well, at least 1 decade. I haven't had an annual pass to Disney since 2007. I was a literal child the last time I had a Disney annual pass, and I just got one last year, another one. And so I've been trying to catch up on my Disney going. So I haven't been to Universal in a while. You know, I haven't gone as often as I used to. So it was nice to switch it up a little bit, I guess. You know, not go to Disney this time. Plus, I mean, Disney's been making some poor decisions recently. I feel like I've talked about this before. You know, I've talked about how like the bad decisions Disney's made. I feel like. I mean, this is what happens when you have so many episodes. We're going on 100 episodes. I mean, there's going to come a point where I'm just going to repeat something that I've already talked about. You know, probably done that about 20 times already. Probably sometime like way in the future. You know, talking about like maybe like episode fucking like 500 or something like that. I'll just, at a pure coincidence, just recite word for word my very first episode, you know, because after a while, I'm going to have talked about everything, you know, there's going to be like, there's nothing else to talk about. So yeah, but I mean, Disney's also made some great decisions recently. Okay. Just recently opened up a bar called, you know, I was about to call it the Pesky Parrot, but that's not what it is. That's a Royal Caribbean bar. What's it called? The Beacon Barrel. You know, just opened up that place. And the best decision they made was this little animatronic parrot thing, you know? So shout out to whoever did that, you know. No, but seriously, I mean, it honestly, it looks awesome. The Beacon Barrel. Would love to check it out. I'm a big bar person, especially themed bars. You know, I'm almost hesitant to mention this, but I feel like it's already extremely popular. So like, I feel like I'm not really going to add to its popularity. But Trader Sam's. Is that what's yeah, Trader Sam's? There's a bar over there at Disney called Trader Sam's. Great theming and great drinks. I love going there, you know, but it's stupid expensive, but it's a great place, you know, and it's kind of like the Beacon Barrel. It's nice themed, you know, nice ambiance. I love going there. I believe it started out in like Disneyland out in California, like Trader Sam's originally was there, and then but just recently, within the last maybe 4 years or something like that, Disney brought it over here to Orlando, and yeah, so like the first time I went there, right, I'm looking at the menu on the app, you know, because this was sort of like around the pandemic, you know, so there was no paper menus, like everything was on, like the menu was on the map on the app, right? So I'm looking at the app and I'm looking at the drinks that they have, right, and each drink is like themed, right? There's a theme to the drink, and it comes in a themed cup that you can actually buy a souvenir cup if you want. You could buy the cup as well. And like every drink has like a sort of like little mini show that happens. Like you order the drink, and then when the drink is brought out to you, like they do this little show thing or something like that. Like I mean, like the only one that I can really think of right now is like there's like a pearl drink. So it comes in like a cup, a ball that looks like a pearl. And there's like a clam at the bar, where the bartender is behind the bar. And what happens is like if you order the pearl, when it's ready to be served, like all the lights shine on this clam, and there's like holy angelic music that plays, and then the clam opens up and the pearl drink comes out, and the bartender just like grabs it and brings it to whoever ordered it. So that's what I mean. It's like there's like a little show that happens with like every drink that you get. And like the first time that I went, I'm looking at the menu, and they had this drink called the Nautilus, you know, and that's from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, I mean, I'm not like a huge fan of the movie. I don't not like it, but it's not really a movie that I watch all the time. But the sub in the movie called the Nautilus is so cool. I think it's like the coolest designed. I mean, it's a sub, but it's like the coolest designed boat that I've ever seen, or ship that I've ever seen. You know, it's just super cool. And so you can get the Nautilus, and the cup is like the sub, right? Now, there's nothing on there that says like, you know, quantity or like how many people is this drink made for or something like that. You know, everything and all the other drinks are like single serve. It's sort of like, you know what I mean? Like you order the drink and it's for one person, right? And so I'm assuming that this Nautilus drink is the same thing, because it doesn't say anything of the sort of like this is for more people than just one or this, that, and the other. There's none of that, right? It just says what's in the drink. And so I'm assuming somehow, even though it's the sub, right, it's going to be for one person. So I order that. Waitress doesn't say anything, you know? I ordered the Nautilus for just myself. Doesn't say a word, right? She's just like, all right, you know, goes out, gets the drinks. And when I went the first time, our group was actually sitting with another group. We were at this one big table. It's a very small venue, right? And so there's some tables where you're grouped up with other groups, right? And so we were with this other group. There was like 5 people in this other group that was sitting at this table with us. And a couple of them got like pearls, and then the rest of them were all sharing the Nautilus. They bring out this Nautilus drink for them. You know, they ordered it as well. And there's 4 straws sticking out of this thing. And it's like a gravy boat, right? And I'm looking at this and I'm like, that's what I ordered. Like, that's what I ordered just for myself, you know? And they're all sharing this one Nautilus drink. There's like 4 of them are sharing this drink, right? And then all of a sudden they bring out mine too. And sure enough, mine's got 4 straws sticking out of it. And it's this big ass gravy boat. It's like a bowl, you know? And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? But I paid for it. So I drank the whole thing, just me. And I wanted to get the cup, but I didn't get it that time. I'm going to have to go back at some point and get that cup. Well, it's not even a cup. It's a gravy boat. That's what it is, If you ever go to Trader Sam's, I mean, unless you have other people, then I was just going to say, like, if you ever go to Trader Sam's, you should get it to see how big this thing is. Pause. Yo, I'm sorry. To see how big the drink is, the cup. That's what I mean. I'm sorry. Yeah, but like only if you have other people there. Like if it's just for you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're a heavyweight. Maybe you're kind of like me, and you could drink a lot and just not, just black out, right? Like I had the whole thing and honestly wasn't feeling anything. So I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because either that means that I can really hold my alcohol, or that there's like none in this drink. So I don't know. That could be either a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, I don't know. So I guess maybe if you're feeling up to it, take the Nautilus challenge. Drink a drink made for 4 people, just yourself. But I mean, actually, you know what? I guess I should have looked at this before I sat down, but they actually there's like a display case, like right when you enter, and there's like the hostess desk right there, or the host desk, whatever. And behind them, there's like a display case, and they have all the cups in there. So you can actually look at the sizes. So you could walk in and just look to see how big the Nautilus gravy boat is, just so you can get an understanding of just fucking how much I drank. And like I said, maybe if you're feeling up to it, take the Nautilus challenge. Drink the whole thing, But like I said, they don't say that anywhere. Actually, when they brought back the paper menus, I went back at some of the point and they gave us, the paper menus. It actually says on there that it's made for 4 people. And I'm like, okay, was this here before the pandemic, before you got rid of the paper menus? Or did you add this because I ordered it just for myself? And they're like, maybe we should let people know that this is actually made for 4 people, because we don't want too many of these, Jay Lyonses out here drinking a drink made for 4 people just themselves. But also, I mean, I don't think they can. I don't think they can tell you that you can't do that. So like I said, take the Nautilus challenge. If you're hearing this on September 10th, this is your sign to get, wasted on the Nautilus tonight. Okay. I get those types of videos all the time, which once again, it's probably a bad thing, probably a bad sign, but I get these videos all the time on my social media where it's like, if you're seeing this video on September 10th, this is your sign to get blackout drunk tonight. Sort of like the gambling things, this is your sign to gamble. I get those all the time. Like I said, probably not really a good thing. My social media is starting to find out that I'm an alcoholic, apparently. But yeah. So yeah, take the Nautilus challenge, I guess, which I do want to go back, because I want to try the Nautilus again. I haven't had it in like 4 years. Whenever it was that we went. Actually, I think it was like in 22, so maybe it was 3 years. So going on 3 years. But yeah, I'd like to go back, try the Nautilus again. Also, I've tried other drinks as well. I don't know. They got like 12 different drinks. I've had like 3. I had the Nautilus. I had, they had like a zombie one. That one was pretty good. And then, and it comes in a zombie head, and the top is opened, and that's where the drink is. And then they had one, I think it's called like the Krakatoa or something, or maybe that's Squidward's superhero name from SpongeBob. I can't even remember, but it is a volcano themed drink. I think it's called something like the Krakatoa or Krakatoa, maybe Krakatoa. I don't know, but yeah, they got that, and it comes in like a, it looks like a volcano. That one was okay. It's not really something that I think I would get again, but I mean, the Nautilus was good. The zombie thing was pretty good. I mean, the zombie drink was like super chilled or something like that. I think that was part of it. So it was very cold or something. And I think, I think probably because I think they had like dry ice in there. Like the shit that makes the drink like bubble, and there's like, it's not mist, but maybe like vapor. Maybe that's what it is. Like, it's just like, but you know what I'm talking about? They have this type of shit for Halloween. There's like a vapor that's on top of the drink. And I'm pretty sure that's caused by dry ice. So yeah, I think they had dry ice in this drink. And so yeah, it was like super chilled. It was really cool. So yeah, like I said, if you have a chance, check out Trader Sam's. Like I said, it's very popular, very small venue. So I actually don't know if you can make reservations. I was going to say make reservations, but if you can't or just unable, you could do a walk-in, but just, expect to wait for like 30 to 45 minutes or something like that. I mean, usually when we go, they say the wait's going to be about 30 to 45 minutes, something like that. But I think we only actually waited 30 minutes once. The other two times I went, like, they would say it's about a 30-minute wait, and then they called us within like 5 to 10 minutes or something like that. So it's not really that bad. So like I said, check it out. Or go to the Beak and Barrel. Because like I said, I think the Beak and Barrel is almost the same sort of concept. It's like themed. I don't know if they have, I'm assuming they have themed drinks. I don't know if they get a little show that happens. I mean, aside from the parrot that I have to say, whoever animated that did an exceptional job. But yeah. So anyways, man, this makes me want to go to a bar right now, specifically Trader Sam's. I really want to go there. But if it keeps raining, I don't mind rain, but I also kind of I don't like being in the rain. It's kind of neat being like inside a building and just like, soft rain, and just hearing like the little trickling outside, you know what I mean? It's just so fucking relaxing. Going to bed late at night with just some light rain pattering on your window. Oh God, it's just a little ambiance. You know what I mean? Sometimes I go on my phone and just type in rain ambiance to fall asleep to anyways, even if it's not raining. Just so I can hear that sweet, beautiful sound of rain hitting windows. But yeah, walking in the rain sucks. I absolutely hate it, Feet are soaked. Shoes are soaked. Everything's soaked. So, anyways, but I'm drying off a little bit. I'm not as wet as I used to be. Just can't say that you're wet without it being a pause, So anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up, honestly. I think I've been doing this for maybe an hour. I got here super early. So anyways, yeah. So happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day, and hope it's not raining wherever you guys are. Or maybe I hope that it does start raining. Maybe you need the rain. Maybe it's been a little bit of a dry season for you guys, and maybe you actually need some rain. So, take this shit. We get rain every day. Please take it one day. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it. I'm wet. I am soaked. I am dripping. I came here dripping wet. I'm sorry. Anyways, once again, check out my main channel. Check out my new video that I posted. Real slapperoonie. Real banger. So yeah, check it out. Had a lot of fun. Honestly, probably one of my more favorite videos that I've ever made. So yeah. So, and I will be making more. So be on the lookout for that. So subscribe, hit that notification bell. Do that for this as well, for the podcast. And wherever you guys are listening to this on, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and leave a review, because all that really helps me out a lot. You know the spiel. But yeah, like I said, check out my main channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video. And follow me on social media at RealJLines and at Lion on Main on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And yeah, that's it. So I will, see you guys in the next episode. Love you. I don't know. Do I?